Heidi here, and welcome to day 3. We are going to hope my voice makes it. Okay, so what we are doing today is we are painting the porch laner. I want to first say, if you sent your magic script yesterday, let's give yourself a round of applause. And I'm not loving this Bobby picked this color out for me, but I'm not loving this color with my earrings. Let me see. I think I need a different shade. Yes, this feels better. Okay, all right. So now I feel right. I feel like I'm ready. Okay, so Bobby is not going to be with us today. He had to go do some stuff. Today, we are going over reels. We're going over how, hey Annie, good morning. We're going over how to paint the porch laner, which by the way is a party that I'm doing next month. Very excited about doing this one. And then I'm going to teach you how to do the porch laner. We're also going to learn about the importance of growing our online paint pretty business, or even just your following on Facebook or Instagram using reels. So the last few minutes, I'm going to teach you that. And then we are going to get started. So let me say hi. Let me get your comments pulled up. Good morning, Angela. Good morning, Cheryl. So happy you're here. Are y'all having fun? Please let me know if this has been a fun event for you, if you're excited, if it's like reawakening your art person inside of you, let me know. Gloria, yay, I'm happy you're here. Hey, Nettie. Hello, BFF. Hi, Annette. Hi, Heather. Good morning. Okay, awesome. I wanted to make sure you have this beautiful sheet printed, okay? This is your checklist. So we have so much excitement going on. Okay, so Christine's happy to be here. Oh my gosh, Michelle says, watching from work, but not working. Ha ha. Hi, Annie says, Heidi, I am loving it and working on my paintings. That's awesome. And Pam Reeves joined Paint Party Headquarters last night. Let's congratulate Pam. For those of y'all that don't know, Paint Party Headquarters is open. The doors are open if you want to be a part of it. If you have liked what we have been doing here, oh my gosh, you're going to love Paint Party Headquarters. It's like this, but just times a million. So it's very, very exciting. Okay, so I want to share with you real quick just some of y'all that did your homework. Pat yourself on the back if you are doing your homework. Good morning, Rhonda. Hello, hello. Hi, Jen. Okay, so I wanted to share with you a couple of paintings and a couple of things from the places to contact. Okay, so this one from Colleen Becker. Okay, I don't know if she realized we would notice this, but look what she wrote there. This makes me so happy. She wrote, meet Miss Confident. And then it says, I'm not sure what the last part says. I think it says Miss Confident of Colleen, but I love that she like painted this and then said meet Miss Confident. That is cool. Okay. Very, very cool. Another one, Kelly Kress. She said, I'm working on a Southwestern version. How creative is that? Look at those earrings. Y'all know I love a good pair of earrings. Look at those earrings. So, so cool. Very cool. Okay, so this one, she did, oh my gosh, I am obsessed. It's almost like black light colors. So beautiful. Do some hearts or love if you're liking these. Aren't these so, so cute? I am so impressed with y'all. She also did another one where she stated where she's going to contact. So parks, studio, VBS, birthday parties, women's churches, local Christian coffee shop. Please let me know in the comments, did you watch the 5-minute video? 5 minutes. 5-minute video could change your life. Did you watch the 5-minute video where I show you exactly how to contact? Let me know in the comments if you did. Let's see who has done that. Oh, Nettie Miller, you are the winner. I see you right away. So let me know if you actually sent your 5 messages. Please let me know. I want to know. I'm looking. I see Bridget. Yes, ma'am. I watched the video. Okay, let's see. Who else sent the messages? Okay, not just watched it, but took action through fear, even though you were scared. Okay, so let me know if you actually, Anna Duncan, yes I did and got 3 bites. That is awesome. Oh my gosh, Anna Duncan, so proud of you. Very cool. Sherry says, I'm sending him out today. Amy said yes, doing that today. Linda, I'm doing that today. Michelle sent 6. Remember, 5 messages a day. And Wendy says, I was so nervous. I totally get it. Okay, so make sure you send those. I'm telling you, it's so, so cool. Okay, this one right here I want to share. It reminded us of Dolly Parton. Y'all, look at the hair. Oh my gosh, that was Leslie Christensen. Isn't that so cute? This is what I love about seeing y'all do these, is you can go totally, like, however you want to do it. And places to contact. We have Rhonda Selby. She has her nursing homes, wineries, the Pie House, churches, schools, community center, baby shower, wedding showers. And then we have Candy, who says RV resort. We have a lot of people that do RV resorts. Pet boarding, women's group at church, the vet, coffee shops, all of these different places. Summer Moon Coffee. That is the best coffee in the world. So good. Okay, so many different things. And then this one we had to share. Oh my gosh. So this one just touched our team's heart. It touched my heart. She said, Leslie said, I decided to paint my lady to represent me in my journey through ovarian cancer. So here she is, missing her hair and wearing teal, the color for ovarian cancer. And I gave her an iced coffee to drink. Oh my gosh. So y'all, again, like I say this all the time, it's not just about paint parties. It never has been. It never will be. So very, very, very happy you shared that, Leslie. And I'm sorry, Lisa. And Lisa, I'm sure we have a lot of prayer people in this group. I'm sure some of them are going to be lifting you up in prayer. And so happy you had a chance to paint a representation of yourself like that. Just very, oh my gosh, I love it, Lisa. Just so, so cool. And we'll be praying for you and, praying for great results that you're getting through all of this as well. So, okay, so today, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, like I do always. Take a deep breath. And we have Tessa that says, sent the script out last night. Oh my gosh. Okay, so my team's telling me, Tessa sent the script out last night and got a response from our local bowling alley to go speak with them on Saturday. That is so exciting. Y'all, I'm telling you, it works. We call it the magic script because it's legit magic. Like, it's crazy. Okay, so we're going to get started here. I told you I would share my bankruptcy story, so that's going to be a little bit of today. I'm not going to share the whole thing, but I do want to, for those of you that are brand new, let me know if you have gone through, like I say, and I'm going to use moon yellow, okay? We found the moon yellow this morning. I've been looking for it all week. So moon yellow is back in action for this one. And then I'm going to use cadmium yellow. And then I'm going to use orange twist. So again, you can go crazy and do any kind of ombre. But I'm just going to put them on this 6-foot board. And this is where my chip brush comes in handy. So let me know on the page here. Teresa says, day 3. Woo! Yes, I'm so excited about day 3. Very cool. And Tessa, congratulations. We are so excited. And Maria says, you are such a joy to watch and helping me heal with all of your positive vibes. This is my second boot camp with you. Oh, Maria, I'm so happy you're here. That's awesome. Yeah, we are, what is going on again? Yes, I can repeat the colors again. Sorry, this one's thick. It's kind of stuck. So the colors that I'm using, and again, you can use whatever you want, is moon yellow, cadmium yellow, you can screenshot it, and orange twist. I can't get my face in there. I can't get my face in it, and I need Bobby's cookie. I need his voice. Okay, so those 3 right there, but you can use whatever you want. So remember, and then whenever I do this at a party, I actually will have them just either squirted on there like that, or I'll have it on their plate for them. So I'm going to just do this, and actually to get the paint to move well, I will dip my chip brush. This is where that 99-cent chip brush comes in handy. And I'll definitely, Rhonda, have to have your smiling face in there. I know, I got to get the screenshot right with my face in it. And let's see, question, do you have the board with anything first? No, I don't. So y'all, this is that 6-foot board. I went live about a week and a half ago. Me and Bobby went to Lowe's, and it's a 6-foot by 10-foot board. And all it is just it's called a whitewood, and it cost me about, I think it was $16. And then all I do is I bring these boards, I do not seal them. I bring them straight like this to the party. And then we basically get ready to paint them. We paint them with the acrylic. We'll spray after, but we really don't Oh, Jacqueline, that's funny. I made the live. Hi, everybody, and I'm at work. She says, oh, crap. Hey, Debbie. I know, Debbie. My brain's working a little faster in the daytime, usually. I can get a little faster. So anyway, so I'm going to just kind of get this on here with using a little bit of water. And then I'm grabbing that orange because I'm going to end up making this an ombre. Now, this is one of the very easiest to paint. And this is one of the very easiest to teach at a paint party because it's so simple and it's really just about the stencils. It really, really is. So we're just going to go on here and add these colors. And then right here when it starts to mix together, and you can see I'm standing while I'm doing this. The main thing when you're doing a paint party with porch leaners is making sure you have enough room. Okay, so usually where I would have space for 1, 2, 3 painters on a canvas, now I have space for just one. So that's the biggest thing. But I do charge anywhere from $55 to $65 for these porch signs. And I know, for those of you thinking, you can go buy these porch signs at Walmart, at Target, whatever. Y'all, we're not trying to compete with people with porch sign sales. This is an experience. People are getting together. We want to create. How many things do we go see at Walmart and we're like, I can make that. I can do that, right? Again, you're creating an experience. You're not trying to compete with somebody selling a porch sign for 20 bucks. That's not what it is, okay? Let's see. Jax, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Thanks for giving me the courage. Oh, I'm so glad. Melissa, I haven't been charging enough. As long as you're getting a profit and you're happy with that price, you're good, okay? So you're good. So usually I charge anywhere from $55, and then if it's like a fundraiser, then I'll go up to $65. But this one I'm charging $65 because it's a fundraiser, but normally for a porch sign I would do $55. Okay, so I'm just getting this color on here, and I haven't rinsed my brush at all. Haven't rinsed it at all. So let's see. I live in an apartment, so I'm doing a cutting board. Yeah, for sure. You can do whatever you want. Remember, this is your painting, and we reward. When you do fun surfaces, we reward that. So remember that. Okay, so what I want to do, and I'm going to be checking in with the team as they have questions they're going to be bringing me. But first, what I wanted to do is just show you where I'm going to place the flowers. I'm going to give you kind of this step by step. So right here, okay, we have the board painted. Voila! Aren't you proud of me? I'm so proud of myself. Okay? All right, so now we just want it to dry for a second. So at a paint party, this is going to dry. Like it'll, whether they're outside or whatever, give it 10 minutes, it's going to dry. Since mine's not all the way dry, I'm going to be painting a little bit of basically wet paint on wet paint. Oh, Roxanne, this is your first one? Nice. That's awesome. Chip brushes. You can totally get chip brushes from Michael's, Lowe's, anywhere. Rhonda asked, what do you recommend sealing them with for outside use? Actually, I'll show you the exact bottle. That way you can screenshot it. Yay. Okay, so you want to get a UV protectant. Ready? Okay, were y'all ready for the screenshot? Okay, so this one's a Helsman, exceptional protection, clear gloss, and then you spray it on there afterwards, okay? So usually I'll go outside to spray mine, but like I said, a lot of times I won't do that at the party. I'll just say, hey, you're gonna need to get this type of polyurethane, because when they put it in their car, it's just too sticky for that. Okay, so what I'm going to do, oh, Rhonda got it. Good. Yes. Awesome. Let's see. Thank you, Amy. She says, I've been at PPHQ for 2 years, and this is our first porch leaner. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to grab this pink, which is dragon fruit. Okay, so dragon fruit pink, I'm going to use the 1-inch brush, which we've used all week. And then all I'm going to do is just kind of place my circles. So I want one here at the very top. I want one about right here. And this is a painting where you're not going to trace it on for them. Okay, you're not going to pre-trace it on. I'm going to put one there. I'm going to put one over here. And I'm just doing circles. I'm going to bring one down here. Right here. And then I'm going to bring one right here. And then another one down here. Let me see if y'all can see that. Over here. And then one down here. Okay? All right, so I'm just going to fill these in. This is the same technique we have been doing all week with our flowers. So I'm filling it in, and then I'm going to start taking little dashes, okay? All right, so let's see. Where do you purchase paint for your parties? Is the brand you are using what you usually use? Do you buy the larger sizes? That is a great question, Elizabeth. So I am using Deco Art Americana. When I first started, I went from everything. I was using Craft Smart, like the 50-cent paint from Walmart. I was using Apple Barrel. I have done giant bottles. I've done small bottles. I have found that this size bottle, I know it seems weird, is best. And again, you know, people have their preferences. I used to try to do those giant big tubs of paint, but what happens is the nozzle would get clogged and people would, like, they didn't have the really, really great colors. You know, the nozzle would get clogged and they didn't have the really good colors. So I ended up just going, you know what, I'm just gonna buy the smaller sizes. That way I can get these beautiful colors that I want. So that's what I do. I ended up buying these and I just love this paint. It's so good. But again, use what you can get right now. Any acrylic paint is better than no acrylic paint. I actually used to, back in the day, I'd go to Walmart and get all of those mustard and ketchup containers. I mean, that's how crazy, I've done everything. And I would refill them and put them on, it was just such a nightmare. So I just find that it's better just to grab a big Marshall's bag and then pop them all in there. Okay, so Vicki says, tracing canvases for my party tonight. Yay! Use the magic script to get this winery. We are painting the flower fun. Oh my gosh, Vicki. Vicki Sandy, I am so, so proud of you. So excited. Let's congratulate Vicki. That is so exciting. So y'all, if you have not used the magic script, please, please, I'm begging you. Like, it will really, really change what can happen for you. And the reason I say send 5 messages a day, if you watch that video, it tells you exactly why to send those 5 messages, how to send them, and exactly who to send them to. So make sure you watch it, okay? So let's do another pinky promise. If you haven't watched it, are you going to watch it today? And when you watch it, are you going to take action? Okay, I know you're scared. I'm going to be teaching you reels here in just a little bit. I know it's scary, but nothing great comes from stuff that isn't scary, right? I mean, there's no growth. Like, think about, you know, if you decide you want to start working out. So I am so out of shape. So for those of y'all that don't know, a couple months ago, I had a hysterectomy. And so I just had, you know, some downtime and healing time. And so now I'm trying to get back in shape. And just like every morning, I'm trying to go for a 1 mile walk. And this walk is taking the breath out of me. And it's like my legs are hurting because I'm not used to it. Because I've I've been healing and I was laying in bed like I was supposed to. I actually got to watch all of Love is Blind. I caught up on so many cheesy reality shows like Love is Blind. Then now I'm stuck on the Married at First Sight. Like, oh my gosh, I know it's a waste of time, but it is what it is. So anyway, I just want you to know that, like, you know, I'm trying to, you know, get my stamina up, you know, get going, all of that. And it takes time, but it's always worth it. Is it scary to start a new workout routine? Is it scary to send those messages? Yes, but no growth happens when we're comfortable. No growth happens when we're comfortable. We have to go outside our comfort zone to have any type of growth. That's just how it is. Okay, while this is drying, so I can put layers on it, I'm gonna add some leaves here. And we have a couple more. Oh my gosh, Linda, she says, you won't regret joining PPHQ. It's so much fun and so full of encouragement. Oh, Linda, thank you for saying that. Rita says, I took action and already responded, and one already responded, and I'll be talking them later today. Rita, congrats. I'm so excited for you. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So y'all, you're seeing real-time proof that people are sending the script and they are booking parties. So remember day 1, we talked about that paint party calculator and how some of y'all wanted new boots and some of y'all wanted cruises and some of y'all wanted to pay off a credit card. Some of you wanted different things like that. You wanted to go to Disney World. You want all these different goals. Remember, this is how you get to those goals. It's fun to talk about and dream about, but then you have to take action. Okay, Hauser dark green I'm going to use for the base of the flowers. And then while this is happening, let's see, Marina says, I sent out some messages and emails yesterday and this morning. Excited to see what happens. Oh, very, very cool. Very cool. If you missed day 1, Dawn, it's on replay. So make sure you watch it today, okay? If you missed day 1 or day 2, go back and watch it. It's not too late. And I think when you re-watch it, you can put me on like chipmunk speed if you want it to go faster. All I'm doing now, y'all, is I'm just going to add these little leaves. Little leaves here. Okay, Wendy asked, I think the biggest expenses are all the brushes. How many did you start with? I'm in Canada. P.S. Best party I've ever hosted virtually. I had to teach in Chinese. I have been learning the language for 10 years. Oh my gosh, Wendy, that's impressive. Okay, so first off, if you're teaching online, how many brushes do y'all think you need? 3. You just need the ones you're teaching with. So you don't need a lot of brushes. So don't let that be a hindrance, okay? And if you're just starting out, remember, I teach you to do prepays. So you get prepays and then go buy some brushes if you don't have any. So a lot of times people say, well, I don't have anything to start with. You do prepays and then you get going. And Bethany says, when you pack art kits, how do you pack your paints? I use one, and everybody can do this differently. And then in just a second, I'll share my bankruptcy story because I know some of y'all that don't know me probably don't realize, like, you can go from total financial devastation, which is us losing our house, all of that, to actually having a second chance. And I know that hopefully this will relate to some of y'all. So if you haven't heard it before, let me know in the comments and I'll share a little bit about that. But I want you to know that when you're packing your paints for an art kit, I just use Amazon 1-ounce plastic cups. Like, don't overcomplicate stuff. You can make it fancier. You can do all of that stuff later. But y'all, I just really want you to take action. I just really want you to take action. And then Rhonda says, what is the best first paint party to use? Easy for them and me. Well, you've been painting it. This one is very, very easy. This one, and if this part is freaking you out, you could literally do just a solid background. So I would say for those of you that are in the Flower Fest, that is one of the easiest. Now, if you're in Paint Party headquarters, we have hundreds. You can go in there. There's one that's a purple cross that's actually one of the easiest paintings. Even these that we have inside Paint Party headquarters, they may not look easy, but they are so easy. Okay, so these are inside Paint Party headquarters, perfect for summer. It's a little bit of a different size canvas, and these are simple. And I teach all of that in Paint Party headquarters. Okay, so let's see some comments here. Oh, good. Thank you, Brandy. Let's see. Awesome. Very cool. Okay, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add the little dashes. I'm going to show you one of them, and then I'm going to share a little bit about my bankruptcy while I am doing these dashes, okay? So I'm going to show you right here so you can see it really up close. And all it is just taking that same pink we're using plus the round brush, the same round brush. If you notice, I'm not switching out a zillion brushes, using the same thing for all my paint parties. All right, and then what I'm going to do is just grab it and start adding in these little dashes, almost like commas, but I'm just getting texture, okay? So I'm mixing the white with the pink, texture. And then remember, at the end of this, I'm actually going to share with you how to do reels to grow your business page. So make sure you stay for that. Okay, so as I'm adding this, I'm going to share a little bit about our bankruptcy story. So for those of you that are new to me, please put new. Just put new so I can say hi to you, a little shout out. For those of you that have been with me a while or you're in Paint Party headquarters, just do hashtag PPHQ. And I hope by sharing one of my most humiliating times in my life will help you realize that God gives second, third, 12th, 15, 100th chances, right? Okay, we got Jen saying new, Rainy new. Oh, that's funny. We got Brenda new, Jen, we got Lori new to new. Oh my gosh, so many of y'all are new. Wow. So happy you are here. So over 10 years ago, it's been quite a while now, but we lost everything. We lived in Florida for almost 10 years. I live back in Texas now, but we ended up, being one of those statistics, and I didn't realize at the time that there were millions of people going through this. I thought I was the only one. And so we ended up losing our house, and this is the place where Pixie, my daughter, we built her a room on. We, had all these plans. I mean, I made her a little study area. I pictured her living there, growing up and studying as a teen. I mean, we had our whole life planned. I was going to live by the beach, which I'm a self-proclaimed mermaid, so I truly feel like that's where I belong, is in clear water at all times. And so, so we ended up losing everything. Bobby lost his job, and then we couldn't pay our mortgage, and everything kind of ballooned and skyrocketed, and we went bankrupt. And it was so embarrassing. Like, I would not talk about it for years. I'm going to actually use this same brush, rinsed. I'm going to grab pure white now, and I'm going to start putting white layers, okay? Same thing. So anyway, so I remember I was a teacher teaching 850 students at the time in Panama City Beach, Florida. Let me know if you've ever been to Pier Park, if you've ever been to that area. And I was using art to heal, because when I'm sad, I paint. And so I started, painting these little mini surfboards. And now my dad, it's so awesome. Like, he sells them and we still use them to this day. But we started painting these little mini surfboards, and I took them to work to, paint on a break. And a kid would say, Miss Easley, can you put my name on that surfboard? Can you paint it for me? And I'm like, no. And then, like, after about the 150th kid said, Miss Easley, seriously, can you, put my name on that surfboard? I want to have it for my room. A light bulb went off, and I was like, oh, maybe I can sell these, not to the students, but maybe I could sell these at a place called Pier Park in Panama City Beach. Maybe I can sell these and make some money and help our family get out of this craziness. So I ended up going to the place that, oh yeah, Sherry's been there several times. That's awesome. Christine's in Lakeland, so you've probably heard of Panama City Beach and Pier Park. And so I ended up getting these little surfboards, and I went to Pier Park, had a meeting. We ended up, my mother-in-law was like, yeah, you can do this, but, you have no money, so we'll go 50-50 and help you. And so we ended up, like, sawing these surfboards, literally, like, getting them ready for Pier Park. We rented, like, a 10 by 10 patch of concrete, this little 10 by 10 patch of concrete. And I was like, man, this is my second chance. Like, I am so excited. Like, this is it. I wasn't even 30. Like, bankruptcy, and not even 30. Like, that's how bad I felt. And so and my parents had taught me, like, you don't do that. So, like, that it crushed me, and I felt like such a failure. And so anyway, so I'm here, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and nobody's buying my stuff. And I'm like, this sucks. Like, this was my plan B, like when you're in your late 20s, I mean, you just feel like you're never going to have a second chance. I'm going to go to Sweet Mint now, right here. Sweet Mint, and do the same thing. And so I really felt like I didn't have a second chance. And then I'm sitting there, and what do you do when nobody buys your stuff and you've gone bankrupt, you've lost everything, and you're just trying to figure it out? Well, I went across the street to Buffalo Wild Wings to have a drink. And my mother-in-law sensed my frustration and said, come on, let's go. And so we walked across to Buffalo Wild Wings. We're having a couple of drinks, and about now my third drink in, I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, this was it. This was, my last hope, my last chance. And I just felt so devastated. Like, have you ever had, like, a moment in your life and you feel like it's done? Like, that's it. There's no hope. Everything's done. There's no way out. Like, that is how I feel. And I'm sitting there, and, a third drink in or whatever, a little tipsy, and I'm just like, and then everything changes. Bobby calls. He was watching the booth, and he's like, Heidi, get over here. Heidi, get over here. And I'm like, what? He's like, you have orders, get over here. And I'm like, no, I don't. And he's like, Heidi. And I'm like, oh my gosh, look at my mother-in-law. And I will never forget this moment. It defined everything. So I look at my mother-in-law and she's like, go, go. And so I tipsily walk across the street because it's right there. And I literally go, like, I look at him and he had this paper, all these paper. We had these paper orders and he's holding this stack of papers and he's like, get to painting, get to painting. And I was like, oh my gosh. And it was at that moment I was like flat on my face. I felt like I was done for. And I literally felt like God scooped me up and was like, not only are you going to be okay, but you're going to be able to paint and do what you love forever. And I remember hearing that and remember being like, oh my gosh. And so I went to paint those surfboards, a little tipsy, I may add, that first night, went to paint those surfboards and just so happy and grateful. And we went on to sell over 1,000 hand-painted surfboards in less than 2 months, which meant this person who would take a year to finish a painting had to figure out how to paint fast. So I painted, 12 hours a day, sometimes 14 hours a day. I would paint in the rain. I would paint, in my car if it was raining. We made it happen. And that summer taught me that there is always a second chance. There is always hope. There is always a way out. And I think that's why I'm so passionate about you using your creative gifts to make money to help your family. Because when I say that you do not have to be a starving artist, I'm not saying that from like happenstance. I'm literally saying that from real life. So I went on from surfboards to doing paint parties, and then we had a much needed move to Texas. We went back to, closer to family and ended up being back in Texas, but everything changed my perspective. Literally changed my perspective. Okay, let's see what the comments are here. And let me know if that helped some of you, because I know some of you may be struggling. Like once I started talking about my bankruptcy, it literally like released me. It was like I had this dark secret that was like all, always being like, a failure and this and that. And then once I was like able to share it, it was almost like, okay, this is okay. Like I'm going to be okay. God didn't reject me. It was just this feeling of so much. So I want you to know now when I talk about bankruptcy, I smile. Like I know that is wild, but I literally smile. And it's because I know God changed everything through me learning that lesson. So sometimes the hardest things in your life, you may not be able to see at the moment why you're going through them, but sometimes the hardest things in your life lead to something so powerful later on. So I hope that, yes, Donna, I totally felt like I let my parents down. That was one of the big ones why I felt so ashamed. Yes, Donna, I relate to that so much. Very important share. Devastation is not the end of the world. It is not. Oh my gosh. And in the moment, it seems like it. So much. So I know everybody has a story, and I know bankruptcy, yes, it's hard, but it's not the hardest thing people go through. There's very tragic things that people are going through. And I'm sure, some of y'all have things that, you're like, I wish my tragedy was a bankruptcy, because that seriously isn't, the hardest thing. And everybody has a story. Everybody has things that they're going through. But what I hope that you will get from this, and what I hope that you'll get from just being here, is knowing that as much as we all have a story, and as much as we all have things that we're going through, like there's hope. And that I don't know why sometimes people, have to go through things. I'm not that person that knows that. All I know is that I know that God has a plan, and I don't know why, and I don't know how things turn out. And I just want y'all to know that like you need to be able to have people to talk to about it, because once you're able to talk to somebody about it, then you can start to heal. But man, when you're holding it in and trying to do it all yourself, it's consuming. So I know. So if if any of y'all want to share a little bit of your stories in the comments, please do. I know the comments are going fast and furious, but I'm going to try to my team's going to send me a couple of y'all so I can share. Let's see. We have some magic script stuff. Oh, and Michelle. Okay, so Michelle, oh my goodness. She says, Oh my gosh. Okay, so I don't even know if I can read that one aloud without crying. I'm gonna take a minute. I'm gonna take a minute for that one. If y'all see Michelle's, if y'all just please be praying for her. And then I'll try to read that in a second, but it might take me a second to be able to get that one out. Oh, okay. All right, I'm going to try to read Michelle's without. Okay. Yeah, so if y'all can pray for Michelle, she posted something on there. I don't think I can read it without praying. So, I don't think I can read it without crying. So if y'all could pray for her, that would be awesome. Okay, so what I want to do now is we're going to go, I'm going to show you just kind of how to add some extra details. And all I'm doing is the back of this, okay? And I'm just doing turquoise and, no, Alexa. Turquoise and black, okay? So a little bit of turquoise and black, and you can hear the dotting, and the dotting is just right here. Real quick, what I want y'all to know, and the reason why I think sometimes we get so depth, so y'all, Paint Party Headquarters, for those of y'all that are in there, you know this about me. Every month we do a prayer and gratitude meeting. It is totally optional. You do not have to come to it. I know, not everybody believes the same way inside of Paint Party Headquarters, and that is totally fine. Everybody is welcome there. But we do offer a prayer and gratitude meeting every single month. And the reason why I do that is for things like what I just read. Because I truly believe it's not just about business. It's not just about paint parties. It's about you, the person. It's about going through what you're going through and trying to find hope on the other side and trying to find healing and purpose and reason and all of that. So I really want you to, sometimes I just really want you to know, it's so much more than just a paint party. It's so much more. A couple of comments. Let's see. We have Beth says, we went through it several years ago. It's a horrible feeling, but God is good. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm glad you're on the other side of it, Beth. Artina, she says, sometimes God has to break your heart in order to blow your mind. Oh, that is so interesting. I've never heard it that way. Very, very, very cool. And Bethany says, PPHQ is my family. I was ready to quit, but the encouragement and prayers reminded me why I joined in the first place. And I stayed because of this community. Oh, I love that. Oh my gosh. It's so important to be there for each other. I think it's so important. Okay, so I'm going to grab a little bit of this, and we're almost done with this one. We're going to be adding our stencil in a second. And then what we're going to do is move to reels. If anybody's like, okay, I need more, I want more, whatever is happening here, I need to be a part of this. Paint Party Headquarters is open, so you're more than welcome to join. And JC Johnson says, this is my first boot camp with Heidi. I'm not a member of PPHQ yet, but just through this Flower Fest, I feel a sense of togetherness and friendship. Everyone is so, so supportive. Yeah, it's really... I sometimes have to pinch myself because it's legit. We don't, like I said, the past 2 days, we don't allow unkind people. We just don't. And so I'm really specific and serious about that. No, you don't have to know how to do a paint party. we talk heavily about paint parties though, just a heads up. It's all about paint parties. All right, I'm going to hit a quick blow dryer on this. This is a heat gun. Now, heat guns are just they don't sound as heavy, but I do not bring these to paint parties, okay? I don't bring these to paint parties. The only reason I'm doing this is because I'm about to put the welcome stencil on there, and I don't want it to mess up. And then in just a second, I'm going to show you how to do the welcome stencil, okay? How to do the welcome stencil. And as you have questions, go ahead and ask them. We're going to try to get to as many as possible. Okay, so I'm just kind of getting this on here because I have it pretty thick. Oh, thank you, Brandy. She's not sick of me yet. Thank you. Hope you're feeling better, Heidi. Hope you can chill for a bit today. I used an eye worm compress. Oh, that's a good idea. Thank you, Debbie. Yes, that's awesome. I'm reading y'all's comments fast and furious. Oh, look at y'all congratulating each other. Very cool. Let's see, how many different types of paintings in a month, or do you just do the same painting all month? Are you talking about in Paint Party headquarters? If so, in Paint Party headquarters, we do every month. Well, actually, we just recently changed it. And we just recently changed it to where we're doing collection drops. So, y'all, I am an active Paint Party business owner. So, Paint Party headquarters was basically born out of my need of what I needed for my business. So, as I built it, it literally gets built and changed based on what we need as Paint Party business owners. So what we noticed, we've had Paint Party headquarters, and next month we'll have our 5-year anniversary. We need to throw a birthday party. And we'll have our 5-year anniversary. And what happened was we realized, especially in December, so if you're a Paint Party business owner, let me know if this is you. Basically, from August through December, you can literally make as much money as you want in the Paint Party business world. It is unreal. And so what happens with me anyway is that oh my gosh, I am always, we should have like a party. That would be so cool. That would be really fun. So what I would like, basically what we do is, what was I saying? I know I was saying something. Oh, usually we do one painting a month, and then I give you marketing materials and everything you need for your Paint Party business. It's like basically like substitute plans, like here it is, go teach the party kind of thing. And you don't ever have to think about coming up with something new because we always have something new. Okay, real quick, I'm going to be putting the welcome stencils on. You could either print these, or if you love Essential Stencil, which is one of my favorite stencil companies, you can use coupon code Texas Heidi to get a discount. They give me a little money, which keeps me stocked in coffee, and so I can keep doing all of this awesome work for y'all. So I'm going to use the Essential Stencil Welcome. I actually talked to the owner because they had discontinued this one, and I'm like, no, we need this one. This Welcome is like one of my go-to that I use for all different seasons. So if you are a Paint Party business owner, I highly recommend getting a stack of them, because I want you to use, when you book a party like this, I want you to use one per every 3 people. So when I do my paint party, if I have, oh, thank you, Rhonda. And yeah, anytime you use Essential Stencil, if you use Texas Heidi all together, you'll always get a discount. So make sure you use that. So I always have like one per every 3 people. However, if you don't want to buy the stencil, I did get permission from Essential Stencil that you could use this. Okay, that's totally fine. And this comes with like a puppy one, and also this. Okay, we have both of those, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use the other. Okay, so let me get it on here. Because I have this like side by side, I can kind of tell where I want it. So I'm just going to place it. You can tell I have to concentrate when I place it. You can tell. Okay, so I'm going to place it on there. Let's see. Christine says, I just said to my daughter that if there ever comes a day when I stop doing paint parties, I will continue in PPHQ because the members are my family. Oh my gosh, Christine. I would be so sad if you left too, because I do feel like we're becoming so, everybody's like becoming family almost. It's really cool. So I'm going to add this one right here. And right here, the O. That's where you can change out the O. And then Annie says, I found Heidi a few years ago and joined PPHQ. It has changed my life and my family's life. Okay, so Annie, every time we do the Q&A, I just got to give her a shout out. She has the most interesting questions. I love her questions. They're always like so thought-provoking. She said, I was in a sad season in my life. My husband's health was declining and we were about to lose our home. I always found healing in art. So Heidi got me painting again, and then I scraped the membership. I scraped the membership fee together and I sold my painting to make up for that fee. There have been so many failures along the way and so many growing experiences. I've stuck with it, and now I have a thriving paint party business. I've supplemented my income and work from home and am able to be there for my hubby. Saved my house and sanity. My gratitude for PPHQ goes beyond paint party success. Thank the Lord I found you. Oh, that is amazing. Annie, I am so proud of you. You're one of those people that at the beginning, you know, she was kind of a wallflower and she was taking it all in. And then she started like actually, you know, doing the magic script and taking action. And Annie is such a great like contributor and help with everything in there. She really does like have this really cool story of how she went from, you know, that stuff to really like now she has these cool themed parties. I mean, one of the things she does at her, I'll never forget when she shared this at her paint her pet party, she actually like had pictures of people with their pets and then did a slideshow like during the paint party, them with their pets while they're painting their pet. And some of these people had lost their pet. So it was like an emotional plus very beautiful thing that she did. And did she have to do that for her paint party? No, she did not have to do that, but she went above and beyond. And guess what? She gets recurring people now because she does that. She goes above and beyond. I'm going to add this black, y'all. And y'all, you can use a stencil brush. So Essential Stencil also has stencil brushes if you want to use those. I'm just going to use a chip brush because I'm going to do it a little bit faster just for time because I want to have plenty of time to go into reels, okay? So this brush is a little wet, which is not a good plan. Hold on. Not a good plan. I got to go to my brush closet. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Oh, I think there may be some brushes that need aired out in there. It doesn't smell. Oh, not good. Okay, all right, where are we at? Let me see. Okay, let's see. Okay, Deborah asked, do all the non-members that are in the Flower Fest have permission to use these designs to book parties and make money? Deborah, that is a great question. So here's the deal. So my hope for you is that you use the magic script and you book a party with one of these paintings. Now, I am totally okay for you to use these paintings for a paint party for one party, okay? Go make, $290, go make that money, and that's awesome. Now, if you want to continually use my designs, then you need to be a part of Paint Party Headquarters because they pay to use them for commercial. So, but I definitely don't want to stop you to get your first paint party going. And when you get your first paint party going, if you want to keep using my designs, for example, like we talked about the cash cow that Julie shared, we talked about, there's so many paintings where people are literally paying so much stuff. So really when you join Paint Party Headquarters and you do what I'm asking, with your magic script and actually doing your parties, you're not going to care about paying that fee because it's a write-off for your marketing and it's all done for you. You never have to worry about it. So y'all, I know I'm not the best stenciler. I'm just trying to do it fast. You're supposed to, as Victoria would say, I'm supposed to offload and then add it back. So this one got a little wet, so we may have some issues up here. Just giving you a heads up. We may have some issues. Okay, let's see. I'm going to look for any more questions while I'm finishing this up, and then I'm going to show you how to do reels. Does that sound good? All right, how y'all doing? Everybody good? When you say your designs, do you draw these yourself, and should we draw ours? Actually, in Paint Party Headquarters, you don't have to. So if you're a member of Paint Party Headquarters, it's done for you. Again, when I started creating this, and that's what I was talking about, the collections. So every month we used to give you one design, and then what we realized, especially for those of us that really go heavy in the fall, I do spring parties. I just had a couple of weeks ago. I had 2 back-to-back, and then I have a couple more coming up in May. I used to go real heavy only during Christmas season. And then, in the spring, I would do a few, but not as many. Well, what happens is we are so focused, especially in December. We are painting snowmen. We're painting, Highlander cows. We're painting, Santas, all of these Christmas things as fast and furious. And then the next thing you know, it's like, oh my gosh, we should already be thinking about Valentine's. We should already be thinking about the next season, which usually is not a big deal. Like right now, we're doing stuff for summer because our parties being booked are spring and summer right now. But in June, what we will release in Paint Party Headquarters is our fall collection. So if you're new to paint parties, you may think, Heidi, that's crazy. Why on earth would you release fall in June? Because we're already booking them. we're already booking them. And how do you keep the paint from bleeding under the stencil? Rhonda, I don't always. I don't always. So I'm dabbing. When you use less paint and you dab up and down, it kind of helps. However, if you look at these closely, I do not do them perfect. You can see none of this is perfect. And it's done that way for a couple of reasons. Number one, I am not a perfect person, so I really don't like subscribe to perfect art and perfect everything because I just think it's not okay. It's hard. It's a hard way to try to be, especially as an artist. Number two, if my stuff is so perfect, then your painters who are beginner, they're going to look at it. So I had a paint party one time and somebody goes, oh my gosh, my letters. Oh my gosh. And I said, look at my sign. And they looked at it up close and they go, oh. And I said, yeah. See, nobody's going to see it from afar. You never notice my letters until I pointed it out. And so it's really important to, yes, you want it to look great, but don't stress over, oh my gosh, this has to be perfect. Because then they're going to try to get a perfect one. So if you're really, really great at like shading and you do all this beautiful shading, that's lovely. But when you go to teach a paint party, you're going to be wishing you had not shaded all that because their sign of success is going to be how they did it based on your painting. So if you did all of that awesomeness, which was beautiful and it made you feel really, really good about yourself, but now your painters are trying to mimic that and they can't get to that because we all know shading and stuff like that takes a lot longer. And if you have a longer period of time to teach them, but remember, I'm teaching you how to do a paint party, how to get a painting done in 2 hours or less, how to have them have fun, success. It's not about fine art. That's a different place. We're not on that page, right? I'm not teaching you how to teach fine art classes. That's a totally different way. I'm teaching you how to make money teaching paint parties with simple, easy, beginner paintings. That's what this is about. Okay, let's see. How do you deal with the perfectionists who lag behind or get tense? Oh my gosh. So I remember teaching at Microsoft. It was a corporate party, and I just, they're very, very logical, which, by the way, we need that, right? Like we all have certain talents, and we need people that have different talents for different reasons, right? We shouldn't all have the same talent or same type of mentality, especially, if it's a logical job. But I had no idea. I was teaching them a tree, and I'm usually like, I do my little thing and I start the painting. It took me almost 30 minutes to talk them into beginning, to literally begin the party, okay? It was crazy, but once they started, it was like it unleashed something in their brain, and they had so much fun. I had to finally go, okay, y'all, I'm cleaning up. It's time to go. Time to get back to work because they were just so excited. So you do have to kind of, show them okay, this is an easy step. Just like you've seen me all week. Go, throw it here, put this here. Really just with abandonment, almost like you're painting it with recklessness, abandonment. Oh my gosh, I said another big word. We're going to just pat myself on the back. Good job, Heidi. Okay, so we're just adding this on here in just a second. I'm going to pull it up and see how good or bad I did. Not the end of the world if it didn't do too bad. Yes, Dawn, you have to be the leader. You have to show that it's okay to make mistakes. And with paint, y'all, even if I got this black and that one that was watery, even if it seeped under, guess what? I can wait 5 minutes and it'll dry and I can paint right over it. So it's not the end of the world. Okay, so I'm about to lift this up. And then once it dries, we can add our little lines here. all it is with I use a liner brush, but you can actually buy paint pens if your guests are nervous. Remember yesterday we were using some of those black and white paint pens? You can use those if you want, or you don't have to. Okay, all right, let me lift this up, and then I'm going to show you the last couple of steps. Oh man, it's so hard to, let me see if I can use a piece of paper. Okay, right here, oh, there we go. Lift and move. Okay, so what I usually do, because people are, oh, I need to move you up. Sorry, you missed the reveal. Okay, so lift and move. So this one has a little bit of a wonkiness. I'm going to use this. I might need to bring these to my parties. Lift and move. Oops, that's not good. Oh, it didn't do it. Yay, it fixed it. Awesome. Let me see, can y'all see these? I want to make sure you can see the reveal. I like Posca paint pens, Natalie. I like Posca paint pens, but again, if you're not ready to buy, again, do a profit every party. If you're like, oh, I'm on a budget, I need to wait to do this or that, then just do a canvas. Do the canvas ones. Those are going to be easier and cheaper. And then you can always just grab a canvas, grab some carbon paper, trace it, have it ready. It's so much less expensive than like if I was trying to do all of this. Okay, so it's not too bad, y'all. So if you look at it from afar, from the road, if this was on my porch, nobody could see any of the imperfections. However, I want to just show y'all so you know I'm not perfect on this. Okay? It's okay to not have it totally perfect. Oh, I hit my chandelier. It's okay to not have it totally perfect. Then once it dries, I'm just going to add those little white things on there. Okay, let's see here. I think, oh yeah, you love them. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Posca pens are so much fun because once it dries, you can just go to town and put these everywhere. So now what I'm going to do is I just have a couple of little things I want to add to this. After it dries, I'm going to grab my liner brush, okay, just a very small liner brush, black paint, and then this is where I can quickly outline my flowers. Again, this can be done with a Posca pen, okay? So you can do this with a Posca pen, but just outline your flowers. And then in just a second, we are going to show you how to do reels. All right, are y'all excited about learning how to do reels? How many of you are already doing reels to grow your business? Because I know some of y'all have mentioned wanting to do online paint parties. And those of you that are like, oh, I really want to do this, but I really want to do online paint parties, or I want my business page to have some more action on it so it looks more legit, right? I remember when I had opened up Twitter and I had like 100 followers, and I was like, I need more followers so it kind of matches my Instagram and my Facebook. So I was having to do different reels and different posts to make sure. Oh, good, you're excited to learn. Good. Yeah, I'm always excited to learn something new, especially when I know it's going to help my business, help my art business. Nilda, yes, I do some reels. Awesome. That's so cool, Shaz. I love that. Yeah, always, I just want to say, for those of you that, and I know you're here because you do want to learn or want to see maybe a different way of doing things like this, always be in the business of like wanting to learn, being okay with learning new things. Astery Michelle, you're the next one. I hope I said that right. She said, I'm 76 and so excited to learn. Very cool. You can never, I mean, it doesn't matter what age you are. My grandma is 94 and she's still going strong. And I'm like, oh my gosh, if I, even if you're in your early 70s, 80, 90, I mean, you have decades, right? And it's the same thing with my grandma. I think about that. Okay, so we're going to talk reels. Let's get real. The only last thing to do on this is just to add the little white lines and of course glitter. So because this is still wet and I really want to get to reels, I'm just going to let this dry, and then just know that you can just add your white lines with a paint pen or however you want to do it. Okay, so first, a couple of stats, okay? All right, so doing reels. Okay, so let me just tell you this. Who can tell me when Facebook Live started? Does anybody know? I'm going to turn this. Let me see if I can turn this way. Who can tell me when Facebook Live started? Does anybody have a guess of when Facebook Live started? Tell me what year. Does anybody have a year? I'm looking. Let's see. Always willing to learn. Awesome. Okay. Char's saying 2014. Connie, 2012. Oh, 2017, 2010, 2020. Debbie's saying 2015. Sylvia's saying. Okay, y'all, this is what is so crazy. Okay. This is what is so crazy. Reels, or actually Facebook Live started in 2016. Think about the facts of that. That is not very much, that's not very long ago. 2016 is when Facebook Live started. Does anybody remember back in the day with Periscope, where, you know, you could go live from anywhere, and people who jumped on that bandwagon, their pages grew. So I started in 2016 with doing lives. Now, I was so awkward and talked about random stuff and just didn't know how to do it. But it helped grow my page because I was one of the early adopters and started doing, you know, lives consistently. Then September of 2021, y'all, this is not even 2 years ago, Reels started. Now, a little bit of a history of why Reels started. Well, does anybody go on Pinterest? Right? Anybody go on TikTok, Pinterest or TikTok? Their algorithm is pushing you what you want to see. So if I go look porch leaners designs for my house, next time I go on Pinterest or TikTok, they're going to show me more porch leaners. They're going to show me more things for my house, right? So Facebook started realizing, wait, we need to get with the program. So Facebook and Instagram are owned by the same people. They said, we need to get with the program and we need to start doing reels. So that way we can give people the algorithm. We can show them what they're more interested in. So if you look at my page, you know, you're going to see a lot of art stuff. You look at Bobby's page, you're going to see a lot of like mountain biking and car racing and fishing, things like that. You look at Pixie's page, you're going to see a lot of different stuff, right? So it's just, you want to, basically Facebook was like, we got to change the game. So they wanted to keep up with these other places because the name of the game for them is to keep people on their platform, right? And the name of the game for us is to have people interested in our paint parties so that we can get more business. It is a win-win. So what happened was in 2021, September, Reels started. Now I'm going to show you how to do Reels. Oh, he had to take our car for like a maintenance thing. Okay, so what you do is you go into your business page, okay? So if I click on my business page, you can see here's Texas Art and Soul. Okay, so I know right now I have 175,000 followers. Y'all, how many do you have to start with when you start your Facebook business page? Okay, how many do we start with? Tell us in the comments. Do you start with 100 followers? Do you start with 1,000 followers? Do you start with 10 followers? Debbie, 1. Okay, let's see. 0. Wendy says 0. Char says 1. Joni says 1. Sarah says 0. You start with none. We all start from none. So you may go, well, Heidi, you know, that's not fair. You have 175. Well, I worked really, really, really hard to get to this 175. But before Reels started, I got all the way up. I started with 0 just like everybody else. I didn't really know how to grow it. I didn't know what to do with it. Then I started learning how to do it. Devia says I have 76 and now she's at 300 and something. Yeah, so when I would go live, my mom was the only person that was ever watching me. And I would just forever be like, hi, Mom. And then finally I called her. I was like, Mom, I'm not going to say hi, Mom, every time because apparently there's this replay that happens. And I didn't know about it at the time. And so I started just being like, hi, everybody, you know, and then I started realizing how to talk, right? Yeah, my hubby wasn't even watching my lives. It was just my mom. And so I started growing it. Well, what happens is I kind of just got stuck at 133,000. Then Reels opened up in 2021. In 6 weeks, I went from 133,000 to 166,000. That is why it is so important. Now we're at 175,000 and we're consistently pushing reels every day. So I want to show you how to do that. So right here, if you go to your page, and this is your business page, you can also do it on your personal page. Right here, you have the options, reel, get messages, or live. Right now we're live, but I'm going to do reel. Okay. So under reel, it's going to have your camera stuff here. You can either pick one or we're just going to make one. So I'm going to click camera. There's my chandelier. All right. So I'm going to switch the camera right here. And I'm going to point it towards the signs we just did. And I'm going to real time do a reel in front of you. Okay. I'm going to hold this. So if you're thinking, well, what? I don't know what to do for a reel. I'm showing you the porch leaner you just painted. Just repeat what I do. Hey, I'm so excited about these new porch leaners and every woman painting. If you want to be a part of this or learn more about it, please check out my page and follow for more information. I let go. Hey, I'm so excited about these new porch leaners and every woman painting. If you want to be a part of this or learn more about it, please check out my page and follow for more information. Okay, so now I'm going to just click the button that says captions. Hold on, let me move this light right here. Why did it do that? Oh, it's the other light. It's not that one. Okay, so I'm going to hit the button for captions right here. And then it's going to start transcribing audio. Did you know that most people do not turn on the volume? Most people watch it without the volume on. So I'm going to leave it, or I can move this around if I want. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Done. I don't want it like that. Hold on. Let me go. Tap to edit. Okay, so let me tap to edit. I don't want it all weird. Let me tap to edit. Hold on. Tap a word to edit. I don't want to do that. Hold on. Done. Sorry. There we go. It went back to normal. Okay, so now I'm just going to hit done. And then I'm going to hit next. Okay, so now here's where you post it. Okay, so I just click my finger there. Now I can type it all in, or here's a little trick. I can hit my microphone right here. Okay. Let's paint a porch leaner. I am so excited to paint with you. Please let me know if you want to paint something fun for this summer. Period. Hashtag paint party. Hashtag sip and paint. Hashtag summer decor. Hashtag porch signs. Hashtag porch decor. And now I click the button and it's done. Okay, so before I do that, I'm just going to copy all of that and then hit done and then hit post now, share now. And now it's sharing this reel. It's uploading the reel to my reels. And that is what grew my page and continues to grow my page. It's because Facebook wants reels. Now, since I have reels on my page, so I'm going to show you how many reels I have. So these are all, let me see here, let me show you. Here's all the reels on my page, right? So if you can just scroll down and see all the different ones. There's Pixie doing some, there's Bobby tracing, all of those. So now that I have that video, I can put that same thing on Instagram. I can put that same thing on TikTok. I can put that same thing and share to my stories. It is not that hard, okay? So we have homework. Again, could you imagine? We have homework. So let me see right here. Oh yeah, it's called Welcome Vertical Letters. Yes, Barbara, that's right. And it looks like this. If you're on Essential Stencil and you're trying to buy, Barbara's trying to buy this one. Remember, use Texas Heidi, all one word. This is what it looks like. And it's called Vertical Welcome Stencil, 52 inch. And it looks like this. So if you want to screenshot it. Okay. I don't know. I can't do the voice like Bobby does. Okay, so let me know. So are you saving the video or making a different platform? So no, I use the same video. So the copy text, Rita, goes into that. So right here, if you look, if somebody had this pulled up on their phone, And right here's all of that text. So they could touch this and read what I wrote. Isn't that crazy? And so that goes to people who are searching porch leaners, who are searching other things. Hi, Minetta. All of that. It's so, so cool. Okay. Very, very cool and powerful. Okay. So let's go ahead and do our homework. I know we've had a lot. We are talking about a lot of different things. What I want you to do is I want you to paint your porch leaner. This is your homework. Paint your porch leaner, okay? I want you to post a reel that you created. So actually create a reel and then post it inside of Flower Fest. Now you can also go to Flower Fest and do a reel inside of Flower Fest. Some of y'all did that for your little intro talk. That's totally fine. Then if you are ready to learn more, you want to be a part of Paint Party Headquarters, we would love to have you. You are officially invited to join Paint Party Headquarters. I get this question all the time. What if I join for a month and then I really want to join for a year because I really love it? Yes, you can do that. Okay. You just have to email support@paintpartyheadquarters.com and let us know. But you're going to get some really cool gifts whenever you sign up. All right. Let me make sure with the team. I think we have everything covered and I think we're good to go. The whole point of this Flower Fest Paint Business Bootcamp is to get you taking action. We want you to have success. We want you to do the magic script. We want you to make money doing this creative thing. So anyway, I hope that you had fun. Oh, please tell George hi for me. And I hope you had so much fun. Let us know in the comments what your biggest takeaway is today. And I will see all of y'all later on the next one. Can't wait.